Hi friends, this is Miss Lovejoy and we are going to read our story we read yesterday for the second time. But before we read, let's review our letter names, sounds, and sight words. We know that, ooh, can you see that? No, I'm going to use a different color. That's not working for me very well. Let's start with M. The M says the M says Every letter makes a sound. The M says The A says ah. The A says ah. Every letter makes a sound. The A says ah. The S says S. The S says S. Every letter makes a sound. The S says S. What else have we learned? T says T. The T says T. Every letter makes a sound. The T says T. The P says P. The P says P. Every letter makes a sound. The P says P. Then we have our sight words. We have I can, the, we, a, and like. All right, so let's see, we have M, what sound? A, what sound? Ah. S, what sound? S. T, what sound? T. P, what sound? P. What's this word? I can, the, we, a, like, and you know what? I know I missed one. I'm going to squeeze it in right here. C. Good work, friends. All right. Yesterday we read this story, so we should have an idea of what's going on. We're always going to start with the title. Help me sound out the first word. Tap. Tap. The. At. Mat. Tap the mat. Tap means you go tap, 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 tap. And a mat is right here in this picture. It's another word for a rug or a carpet. Tap the mat. I see that there is a dog and a kid, and it looks like they're going to a pet store. I think it's a pet store because I see balls and bowls and doggies in the window. The title of this story is Tap the Mat. Sam. Sam. Sam can see a at mat. Mat. Let's go back and read that sentence. Sam can see a mat. Now, we don't know who Sam is yet. Sam could be the dog. Sam could be the kid, because they're both in front of the mats. What can Sam see? Sam can see a mat. Who can see the mat? Sam can see the mat. Let's read this page. Oh, it's the same name. Do I need to sound it out or can I remember? Sam. Sam can tap the at mat. Sam can tap the mat. Who can tap the mat? Sam can tap the mat. What can Sam tap? Sam can tap the mat. I'm going to look at the picture. I need to figure out who Sam is. I think Sam is the dog. I think Sam is the dog because I see in the picture that his tail looks like it's tapping this square mat. So I think that the dog is Sam, but we don't know the kid's name. So I see Sam tapping the mat with its tail, with the doggy's tail. Sam's tapping the mat with its tail. Ooh, do we remember the name? Sam can tap the mat. Sam can tap the mat. Who can tap the mat? Sam can tap the mat. What can Sam tap? Sam can tap the mat. This time Sam is tapping which mat? This time Sam is tapping the triangle mat with his tail. All right, let's read this page. I like the mat Sam. I like the mat, Sam. Who likes the mat? Who's talking this time? This time the kid is talking. The kid is saying, I like the mat, Sam. Which mat does the kid like? The kid likes the round, the circle mat. Tap the mat. Sam. Tap the mat, Sam. Oh, look. We can see now that, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if I can scooch it closer. We can see now that the dog's, maybe you can't see it, but I can, that his little collar says Sam on it. So now we know for sure that the dog's Sam. And what mat is Sam tapping now? Sam is tapping the circle mat. How is Sam tapping the mat? He uses his tail to tap the mat. Let's go back to the beginning and reread this whole story. I want you to tell me, who are the characters in this story? The characters are Sam, the dog, and the kid. We don't know the kid's name, but we know Sam, the dog, and the kid are the characters in this story. Help me read this story. Tap the mat. Sam can see a mat. Sam can tap the mat. Sam can tap the mat. I like the mat, Sam. Tap the mat, Sam. Good job reading today, friends. We'll read this story tomorrow.